Hey, it's Chris Guns. Welcome back to Pro Boxing Insider Radio. A few weeks ago, I had the chance to sit down and talk to El Diablo, former 130-pound champion Angel Manfredy. A lot of people know that he didn't have the easiest life, but not too many people know the whole story. Till now, because Angel Manfredy joined me and he told me about it. Might surprise you. Here's what he had to say.
Where were you born?
Gary, Indiana.
And tell me about
October 30th, 1974. What fight was that?
what fight was what, the October 30th, 1974?
Yep.
That was definitely Ali Foreman.
Yep.
That's it.
Got it. I was born that day. I was born on the same day as the Ali Foreman fight, the one in the jungle. Biggest fight of all time.
That's something special right there. You know it.
Yeah, and I was always a fighter.
Yeah. And tell me about your home life growing up. What was that like?
Fighting. I was living in Gary at the time, and so it was fight. Fight was playtime for me.
Yeah.
And then I moved to East Chicago, Indiana. And at 9 years old, by the time I was 9 years old, I got into a fight at the school. Whooped this dude up, beat up this dude. Came home, I had dry blood all over my hands. My dad looked at me and said, "You fighting again, ain't you?" I said, "Yep." He said, "You win?" I said, "Yep." He said, "Come on with me." He took me to this gym. Took me to the boxing gym at 9 years old. Took me off the streets.
Yes.
At 9 years old, and I fell in love.
That's a legend story right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so you had a father, and you had a mother, I'm sure. What kind of, did you have brothers and sisters?
I had two brothers and one sister.
And where were you in that order? Were you the youngest, biggest?
I was the baby.
Yeah. Babies are
My
usually
oldest-
fighters.
Yeah, my oldest brother, he graduated from Notre Dame, architect. My other brother, the next oldest, is Jose Manfredy. He graduated from the Navy, did 20 years in the Navy, now he works for the government. My sister is a registered nurse. And not only is she registered nurse, but nurse practitioner. She's a nurse practitioner. And me, I'm the fighter. That's what they call me on HBO. They say I was the black sheep of the family.
So you're real close with your family and stuff?
I ain't too much close with my older brother. He used to be a manager of mine one time. I ain't too close with him. We had a little scuffle, I love him, so I love him, but yet, we have our differences, He believes in abortion. He believes in all kind of stuff that I'm against, and we just don't get along. My other brother was cool. I'm going over his house at the Mayweather fight. He got it on Facebook. I'll be in Virginia with the Mayweather fight. He's having a party at his house. I'll be there, to greet his friends and everybody, that they all know me, they all watching me. So I'll be there to greet them and, spend some time with my brother at the same time.
That's great, man. What kind of neighborhood did you grow up in?
Huh?
What kind of neighborhood did you grow up in?
Well, I was born in Gary. Gary, murder capital. You know what I'm saying? East Chicago is a small city, but nowadays, it's rough there. Gangbangers are crazy there. I mean, there are gangbangers when I was there too, I never got to the gangs because I always knew I could defend myself. I didn't need help, That's what took me away from gangbanging. I didn't respect gangbangers because they need help. You can't fight their own battles, You use knives and guns and all kind of stuff.
And how old were you when you first walked into a gym?
9 years old.
And what kind of amateur career did you have?
I probably 48, 7.
That's good. And
I don't remember too much of my amateur career. All I remember is that I didn't like the amateurs, and I always told myself once I turn 18, I'm turning pro. At 9 years old, I told people I was going to be world champion. At 9 years old, I told teachers, I told family members, I told friends, I told everybody, and everybody doubted me. They didn't believe me because I was bad in school. And I was mean, I had a lot of hair at that time.
They should have believed in you if you're the bad boy, man.
Well, I got people apologizing to this day. Teachers apologizing to me, saying that I didn't believe that you're gonna make it. You know, and I tell you, what do you mean you didn't believe in me? I said, you're not a teacher. You don't give up on your students, no matter how bad they are. Teachers don't give up on their students. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't baseball, though. Man. It's boxing. The bad boy makes it.
Right.
You know. So, what tournaments did you win as an amateur?
CYO, Junior Olympics. That's about it.
How'd that feel? How'd that feel to win that?
It didn't motivate me because I just didn't like the amateur style of point system and no technique. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't me. You know, the headgear. I didn't like protecting my head. I didn't like wearing headgears. It just wasn't me. You know, my amateur career, it wasn't flourishing because I didn't respect it as a fighter. Because I used to always watch it with my dad on TV, the pro fights on TV, you know, and the little gloves that they had, you know, and no headgear. And I said that was a fight. That's why Dad had to fight. You know, that's what I'm gonna be. When I turn 18, I'm turning pro. And exactly what happened. As soon as I turned 18, I turned pro. That's when I got into my car accident.
Oh yeah, right away.
Scar on my forehead. That was from a car accident. I went straight to the telephone pole. The driver's side was smashed to the passenger side. The front end was smashed to my chest. All I remember was the hand coming in the car through the chest to my car. I swung at him. He freaked out. He thought I was dead. He said, "You go to the hospital." So I'm going home. I said, "I'm going home," and I blacked out. All I remember was begging for my life. Give me another chance. I'm going to be somebody. The third time I said, "Give me another chance. I'm going to be somebody," I woke up in the hospital. I woke up and I opened my eyes. I'm like, how did I get here in my mind? Doctor walked in, the first thing that came out of my mouth, would have been a fight again. No, the doctor said, never again. You're done. 3 months later, I got, in my mind, I said, we'll see about that. 3 months later, I got back in the ring. 3 years later, I was world champion.
What was your record at the time of the accident?
Oh, wow. My
Did you
record was probably 4-2, probably.
Okay, so it was early in your career. Who'd you first turn pro against? Do you remember the name of the person and what round it was?
McCullen. I lost my first pro fight.
Yeah.
Because I still was still on the streets. I still wasn't 100% there, you know, mentally, and I still had the party in me, you know.
Yeah. What did it feel like to lose your first fight? Did it matter to you at the time?
Oh, I cried like a baby. And I got dedicated, you know, but I still wasn't right yet. It wasn't after the car accident when I nicknamed myself El Diablo, the devil.
I love this.
Knocked out everybody.
Yeah, it's cool to hear stories like that. That like a fighter who made it all the way and they lost their first fight. It's amazing stories, you know. You know what I mean? It's a good story. Look at Hopkins and look at Marvin Hagler. You know?
Yeah, you know, usually anything in life, you know, you lose something in life and it hurts because you love it, you know? And it hurt me when I lost my first pro fight. It hurt tremendously. And I got dedicated, and then I won 2 more, and then I got robbed. I fought a guy named Jeff Mason. And it went the distance, but his eye was shut closed. I beat him up that bad. They gave him the fight. It was in his hometown. They gave him the fight. And I told my dad, I said, never would let people go the distance. After that, I got into my car accident. I was doing cocaine and drinking. And I was with the girl, you know, in Marty, Indiana. And I had to leave, you know, because my girlfriend at the time was calling me to come home. And I had to leave, so the girl didn't want me to leave, but I said, no, I gotta go. So I left, and it was raining real hard. I was driving down Indianapolis Boulevard, and from Warren to East Carolina, Indiana. And I'm driving down the boulevard, and it's raining like I never saw before in my life. I couldn't see the road. Next thing you know, car. I did not went through a telephone pole. And if I would have had my seatbelt on, I would be dead right now. The whole driver's side was smashed.
And after your first 5 fights, you were 2-2-1. That's not impressive, but then some fire got lit in you. So what happened after that fight? What changes did you make in your life after being 2-2-1?
After the car accident, that's when everything changed. So after the car accident, I had a totally different output in life. I had a totally different output. By that time, I had my first daughter, Celeste Manfredy. She's my oldest now. She's 18 now. She's going to graduate high school this year. I had her at the time, and after the car accident, I was a totally different person. It's like something was turned on in me. I had a fire lit in me. I wasn't going to have nothing to stop me. I just kept on proclaiming El Diablo, the devil. Kept on lifting up the devil, kept on lifting up the devil, and kept on knocking people out. If you look in my record, you see all the knockouts I had after I nicknamed myself El Diablo. It was after the car accident, I had number of knockouts, you know.
Yeah. That started a 23-fight win streak. And your 7th fight, you were 3-2-1 now? You were fighting a guy with almost 40 fights. Who managed you at the time? Why would you be in your 7th fight fighting a guy with 40 fights?
Did not matter. I'm a fighter. So I don't want nobody, I never wanted somebody to protect me. When I fought Calvin Grove, I was only 11-2 with 9 knockouts, I believe. He was 47 and 5 with 17, 18 knockouts. They had it set up for him to win the fight when I watched the tape. I got it recorded. They had it for him. They were talking so good about him. They weren't talking nothing about me. They just saw me coming with the devil's mask. It was in Atlantic City at the Trump Taj Mahal. And we were fighting for the world title. And they were having him win. They were talking good about him. They weren't saying nothing about me, and I knocked him out in the 7th round.
Slipped under the radar, man. Came out of nowhere.
And Lou DiBella was there from HBO, talking to Cedric Kushner at the time.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And tell me about the Kenny Mitchell fight. Did you feel his experience on there at all?
No. You know, he went the distance, right?
Yeah, he did. Went all 8 rounds.
The only thing that killed me was making weight.
Well, you won anyway, so it worked out.
I won, but I didn't feel me, because the weight, I had to make the weight. I couldn't make the weight. I barely made the weight. Because they changed the weight. They tricked me and said there was one weight class, and they made it a different weight class. I had to lose the weight in order to fight them.
So how much you have to lose?
About 5-6 pounds.
Oh, wow. And how long? How long a period?
I don't remember how long. Like 2-3 hours.
Wow. I can't believe you did it.
I had to do what I had to do. I'm a fighter. I was never protected out my fighting career. Nobody protected me. Never got handpicked opponents and all that. Never was like that. I fought the best. I won to the best. I lost to the best.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, man. You could hold your head up high because you did it.
Oh yeah. I don't regret nothing. I do regret when I was training for Mayweather. I do regret training in Florida because I never had a training camp. I always did home because I always represented home, you know. And I was going to be home in Chicago where Ali used to train the Woody Day Boxing Club. That's why I wanted to train for the fight, but at the time I wanted to change. I wanted something different. I couldn't make 130 no more. I had to go somewhere hot. The weight to make 130. And after the Gotti fight, see, when Gotti chose to fight me at 135, he didn't know that I could make 130 no more. And I didn't tell nobody. That was just my little secret to the world. When he said 135, I said, cool, bet. That's why I didn't get mad when they told me $250,000 for a fight. He's making $1 million. I didn't get mad about it. I said, cool. I said, it didn't matter. I'm going to win anyways. Daddy can't beat me, and I told the world he couldn't beat me. I told him what was going to happen before it happened, and everything I said, it happened.
Yeah.
He was going to go down, and he went down in the third round. I told him I was going to cut him. I cut him in the first round. I said he's not going to go 12 rounds. He didn't go 12 rounds. He won 8. They stopped the fight.
Wow. Before you fought Gotti, you fought a guy named Jimmy Dioria. What do you remember?
Jimmy Dioria.
What do you remember?
I remember that. He was a junior welterweight at that. He was a junior welterweight. I'm a junior lightweight at the time. They tell me I gotta fight a guy. He came in at 138 and a half pounds. I came in at, I think, 32, I think. And he had so many fights and I had so many fights. They had him winning. It was in his hometown. And I whooped him. I went the distance with him, but I beat him up bad in the fight.
Wow. Yeah. Then a few fights later, you got your first shot at a title, the WBF Intercontinental Super Featherweight title. You fought in Toronto. You fought the guy in Toronto. What'd you think of being in Toronto? Was that the first time out of America for you?
Yeah.
How'd you like Toronto?
I enjoyed it. I love Toronto. Toronto is a very clean place.
Yeah,
the streets are clean and all that. You know, all I remember was guys carrying a trolley with cases of beer. You know, they're walking around on the trolley with cases of beer. You know, I remember going to the mall. The mall was underground. Underground.
Wow.
They had a mall underground.
That's
Toronto.
Great. Wow.
It was beautiful. The food, the filet mignon, I loved the food that I was eating. I was eating good, felt good, trained good, prepared myself good. If I was at 126, I said nobody could beat me. I knocked them out in the third round. And they tried to come against me and try to say that it wasn't true. This and that. They tried to fight it. You know what I'm saying? They tried to protest it at the time in Toronto because he was from Toronto and they didn't know what was going to happen and what had happened. They didn't know what to do. They were trying to get me, you know. They're trying to rig it up, but they couldn't do it. You can't fight against someone that just got knocked out.
And that was against Vittorio Salvatore. Anything special about him, or did you just go right through him?
No problem. I went right through the guy. And then the only thing that tripped me out, I went 6 months without a fight. 6 months without a fight.
After you won that fight, though, how did it feel to actually get that title and be a champion?
I felt like a world champion.
Yeah.
I told people I was world champion, WBF world champion. That's how I felt just at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a belt, you know, and I respected it, you know what I'm saying? It was a trophy and I respected it, you know what I'm saying? And I felt on top of the world, you know?
Yep.
The only downfall I had is I didn't have no promoter at the time. So I didn't have a fight for 6 months. This is Calvin Grove. I'm like, who the heck's Calvin Grove? Okay, I want to fight. That's all I remember is just saying yes to the fight.
Yeah. That was for the WBO title, or WBU title, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't care. It was for the world title. I didn't care. You know, belt can be WBU, IBU. I don't care what alphabet it is. It's still a world title. The champion makes the belt. The belt don't make the champion.
That's true.
And I was telling the people, and I was proving to the people, I'll fight the best and beat the best. And I'll lose to the best. It does not matter. But I'll step up to the best, and I'll step up to the plate, and I'll fight anybody at any time, anywhere, any place. It does not matter. Because I never was protected. I never had a manager and stuff like that. Never had that.
Well, Calvin Grove fought everybody. What'd you think of being in the ring with Calvin Grove?
I didn't think about him.
You didn't think nothing?
I never heard of the guy.
Okay, that helps. Yeah. That's cool.
I never heard of the guy, you know what I'm saying? All I know, he had a lot of fights. And when they read off his boxing record, I was like, whoa, okay. Okay, he got a lot of experience, he got a lot of fights. You know? Who is this guy? I didn't care. I didn't even think about that. Diablo, the devil, ain't nothing gonna stop me. I had the switch turned on after that car accident, and nothing was gonna stop me. I was unstoppable, and I went right through Cowboy Road.
Yeah. Easy fight.
It was alright in the beginning. It was, you know, they're counting me out in the fight. But once I caught him with that straight right hand, that was it.
And then you fought Harold Petty.
Harold Petty.
What do you think of that?
Harold Petty was an older fighter, but he had a lot of experience. He was a southpaw too. So I mean, I knew he wasn't strong enough to get me. I was too young. I was too strong, and I didn't care about his experience. I didn't care about nobody at the time. When I was out there, I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about nothing. It's just me and you. Let's go. Bring it. I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna stop me. I had an attitude. I had a bad attitude. I'm the only one. I talked stuff to Mayweather. And Mayweather was quiet at that time. He's not like he is now. Like he is now. He's very arrogant, very cocky, he's very, you know, he is the best. I'd take nothing away from Mayweather. But when I fought Mayweather, he was quiet as can be. When press conference, he was quiet as can be, man.
Yeah. And after the Harold Petty fight, you fought no contest with David Toledo. What do you remember about that fight?
David Toledo, he was just another softball, fast, slick guy. He was hard to get to, but we got to him, but every time we got to him, our heads collided, and it just went the way it went. With the headbutts, and he's getting cut all over. It was no contest. So I retained my title, and, you know, it's just an experience fight that I had to learn from, something that I never been through with any fighter before, where I went a fight through headbutts, you know, cuts, no contest, you know, but it was what it was.
And then after that fight, you went to South Africa. What did you think about being in South Africa when you were there?
I loved it. I was like, you know, when they told me something out, I was like, cool. You know, I like traveling. So when I went to Toronto, I loved it. When I was traveling from state to state, I loved it. But when I leave the country, I loved it. And when they told me something out, I said, cool, that's where the black people live. That's where I was born around. That's Gary, Indiana. That's 19 black. I said, cool. I said, I love going to Africa. Yeah, I go to Africa. If I did South African champion, I said, yeah, cool. I did my own title in South Africa. It does not matter to me. I loved it. I was just like, you know, I was just like, oh yeah, I definitely suggested that. It's very, very rare that I say no to a fight. And basically, I never said no to a fight.
And did anything surprise you about South Africa?
No, what surprised me, I trained for a right-hander. Get this. I trained for a right-hander. Okay? This guy's supposed to be right-hand. I didn't know it was summertime out here. And we get on the plane, so I got shorts on, tank top. I got my summer clothes with me. So we fly, and we're in the air. It took 24 hours to get there. We get off the plane, and I just embraced my arms like, what the heck? It's freezing. It's winter out there when it's summer out here. Nobody told me that it was winter. All I brought was summer clothes. So I'm in shorts, and I'm in tank top. I'm holding myself because I'm freezing, and they take me to taking me to a welfare place in South Africa where they got me clothes. They got me clothes and all that. And I got South African gear and got hooked up with all kinds of South African gear and all that. And I wanted to let people know I'm in South Africa. I'm part of South Africa, you know. I wanted to think they got away with they got away with tricking me. And it was winter out here. And you know what I'm saying? So they give me clothes and all that to wear, you know. And went to the gym, freezing cold. Couldn't even loosen up nothing. I remember I was there 3 days before the fight. You got to be there a month before the fight because of the high altitude.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me about that. That's 2. They didn't tell me. I go to the weigh-in. You know, I see this tall guy. That's him. He's the fighter. He weighs in. Cool. I weigh in. Cool. Witch doctor guy comes up to me. He got bones around his neck. Witch doctor. I knew it was a witch doctor. Just knew he wasn't right, you know. He looked at me, stared at me in my eyes. He goes, "You white man. You can't be a South African champion. He black man." And I looked at him right in his eyes and I showed him 5 fingers. I put it down. He said, 5. But why you say 5? I showed him 5 fingers and I went across my neck. With the 5 fingers, I went across my neck like I'm gonna kill you. So he freaked out. He took off. He left.
Wow.
The next day we were fighting. He's in the ring. They're waiting for me. I played DMX. And I'm coming up slow. And I put my devil's mask on. And I'm coming out slow. And people see me and they're looking at me like, what the hell is that? I go in the ring. And the guy that was going to fight me, he looked at me. He was freaked out. I didn't know. I trained for right-hander. I find out the first round he was a southpaw.
Shoot. Man,
That's 4 things about what they did. They tried to come against me. After the 4th round, I was breathing hard because you're in high altitude, you know.
Yeah.
But I heard that voice in my mind. This round, you're gonna get him. 5th round came. I jumped on him. Boom. Knocked him out in the 5th round.
Yeah. That's awesome. And it's cool because you held 5 fingers up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Knocked him out in the 5th round. Oh yeah, the witch doctor came into the ring. He looked at me, he goes, you don't fight like white man, you fight like black man. I looked at him, I said, I am black, can't you see? He looked at me in my eyes and tilted his head like a dog. Looked at me like, the hell he is black. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. We had an awesome time in Africa, though. I fought,
Imtobeli
Melope.
Melope? Yeah, thank you, because I couldn't pronounce that. But man,
Yeah, he's one of the guys that on my right arm, the devil's side, which is the scar side of my face. The right side of my face, my right arm, all the tattoos I got skulls going around my arm. He's one of the guys with the date and his name inside one of the skulls.
wow. And it's
Every
cool.
time I knocked out somebody, I put him in the skull. I got Gotti in there, I got everybody in there.
Wow. And you freaked out a witch doctor. Who could do that?
Yeah. He tripped out and said, you don't fight like white man, you fight like black man. I said, I am black, can you see? He looked at me like a dog. That was so funny, man. That was so funny. When I tell people that, they start laughing. I said, they had everything against me, man. They came against me because my promoter was from South Africa. At the time, Sergio Krishna. He didn't tell me. He didn't tell me it was a winner. He didn't tell me he was a southpaw. He didn't tell me a witch that was going to come up to me. He didn't tell me they ain't going to have no gym for me to work out in. Freezing cold gym. He didn't tell me it was a winner. 5 feet, he didn't tell me. But it did not matter. In my mind, all I could think was destroyed.
See, I forgive anyone for not telling me about weather, but tell me about a witch doctor, you know? Tell me about a witch doctor, I would say.
The more they put in front of me, the more shook I became.
Right.
So when I got off that plane, when it was freezing, it made me more angrier. I got meaner. When the gym was freezing cold, I got meaner. When witch that coming through me, I got meaner. Southpaw, meaner. Winter, meaner. Time I got in the ring, I on the fifth round. I just held up 5 fingers and I went to go. I didn't know, but the fifth round came. I knocked on the fifth round. Coincidence, huh?
Yeah, someone else is watching.
Yeah.
A couple fights later, you fought in Austria. How'd you like Austria?
Loved it.
Beautiful.
I was sick. I was sick when I was up there. I got sick out there. Couldn't eat the food or nothing. I was very skinny for that fight. If you watch the fight, I fought Louise. I was very. If you watch, I got all my fights on DVD. I was very sick that fight. After the 4th round, again, after the 4th round again. The first 2 rounds I almost knocked him out. The 3rd and 4th round, he beat the dog out of me. Beating the dog out of uppercuts, hooks, everything. He's hitting me with everything. He's knocking me all over the ring. When I came back in the 4th round, my trainer, he looked at me, he said, "You alright?" Like in slow motion, like a movie. "You alright?" I looked at him and said, "This round I'm gonna get him." He looked at me like, "What?" That guy was crazy. That round, I came out and clicked on. All I remember is hearing a voice in my mind. "Not yet, not yet, not yet. Now!" I sent the jab, hit him with the right hand, boom, he was out, hit him with the left, boom, he was out cold. He was out cold. If you watch the fight, that fight was awesome. Knocked him out cold.
And when you got back, you fought the guy who almost beat Gotti, Wilson Rodriguez. What'd you think of that fight? That was in Phoenix City.
He was a tough fighter. He cracked my nose with an uppercut. I forget what round it was when I was bleeding on my nose. He cracked my nose with an uppercut. But I was very accurate in that fight. Very strong for that fight. And I beat him easily. I should have did. You know, if you watch the fight on tape, he didn't want to fight no more. He was on the stool arguing with his coach. And he didn't want to fight no more. He stopped the fight. His coach was yelling at him, telling him, no, come on, you can do it. You know, was influencing him and pumping his head up there. He can do it. Don't give up. You know, and that round that he came out, he didn't want to come out for that round. The same round that he came out, he knocked me down that round. And I got up. And I continued to fight, and I won the fight easily.
Were you nervous going into that fight at all?
No.
Was that your first? That was your first fight on HBO, wasn't it?
Yeah, my first fight on HBO, and the bigger the TV, the more better I do.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Some people freeze. You don't want to do that.
No, not me. You know, I want to fight the best. And that's what I did, you know. My career, I fought the best. I made mistakes throughout my career, and you're going to learn about those mistakes when I tell you.
Everyone makes them.
Yeah, we all make them, you know. It's something that I had to go through as a fighter, and I look back at my life, and I see where I made mistakes. I see my decisions that I made. And I'm mature as a man, not only a man, but as a father, as a husband, and as a fighter. I see the mistakes I made, decisions that I made throughout my career.
And you can
so I know, and I see why I lost the fight that I lost. I know why.
Yeah. Every time you lost, I noticed you'd come back somewhat different. You know, you had to change something. You always did.
Yeah, that was a no-no. That was a no-no because I should have kept my team together. I should have kept the team. I should have kept what got us there. I should have kept the team together. What got us there? There's Sam Colonna and John Taylor. Sam Colonna, John Taylor, and Jen Strickler. My cut man. That's the team that I should have kept, but I want to change. I want to change, and that's where I messed up.
Yeah. You still had Sam Colonna during the Wilson Rodriguez fight, you had him all the way.
Yeah, I had Taylor, I had Shen, Taylor, Sugar, same people. I had same people, I still had them for the Gotti fights. They still had them. But the next fight was the Pirates fight.
Yeah, next fight. And 2 fights later, you fought a guy named Kevin Saddam, but he's only 13.
Yeah, he was like 25 pounds heavier than me.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
Yeah, and I knocked him out.
Knocked him out, too?
Mm-hmm.
Came easy. Like, this is like the bigger the man, you play with him even more. It's crazy, man. You can give you something that should put you back somewhere, and you just rise above it.
Right.
That's what you did.
When I was out there, I was a different person. You know, I just had a different spirit moving me.
Possessed.
I was, you could say some ways you could say that. I was worldly. I was very, people didn't really realize it. It wasn't, I was dedicated to boxing wholeheartedly. That got in the way of my boxing. I told my wife, my wife, she said, what do you mean? I said, boxing is my wife. Boxing is family. Boxing bought this house. Boxing put the food on the table. Boxing buys your clothes. That's my wife. My wife looked at me like I was crazy.
You're lucky you're still married.
Yeah. I'm very thankful. Very thankful. I'll tell you about our marriage. It's part of my career. It's part of my change, my conversion, me getting my life together. My story is a movie. My story is a movie. I tell everybody. Ron Shelton, he wanted to do a movie on me. We lost contact with one another. He wanted to do a movie on my career, on my life. My life is a movie, man. What I've gone through in life, it broke people's heads up, man. It's just what I've gone through.
So what happened during your marriage? Like, were you married? You were married from your first girl fight?
Nope.
When did you meet your I guess girl before you married her? Was that the same girl that called you when you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This same girl. I've been working for 21 years.
That's great.
But I was with everybody else's girl and doing what I wanted to do, doing my own thing, But I was training for the Mayweather fight. I was in Florida. Bad mistake. Shouldn't have went to Florida. Couldn't make the weight, no way. Couldn't make 130, but they gave me $1 million. So I said, cool. I said, give me $1 million, I'll make 130. I just go somewhere. I had my own chef. Bought me a chef. Had my own chef. I was on sparring partners, training, facility, trainers, paid everything, paid $25,000 everything. Trained for a month, preparing for Mayweather. I'm sneaking in the girl in the camp. It's the first time I let some people know about boxing. And then she goes. A couple days later, I have a dream. And in the dream, God shows me my wife. I wake up. I called her up. She said, hello? I said, babe, I proposed to her. She said, yes. I said, cool. I flew her down, her and the kids. My kids were very young at that time. They drove down to Florida. We got married inside the boxing ring down in Trinidad. We got married there in training camp, preparation for Mayweather. I got married during training camp in preparation for Mayweather. Why would you get married for training camp in preparation for Mayweather? Why would you get married if you're preparing for one of the biggest fights of your life? One of the biggest fights. He wasn't the biggest fight. Gotti was the biggest fight. Gotti was the biggest. Mayweather was young. He just beat Wilson Hernandez. He was nobody. I beat Gotti. I beat the one that was knocking out everybody. I beat the superstar of boxing.
Yes, you did.
But I had a dream, and I woke up. God showed me who my wife was. I woke up, I called her, proposed to her, she said yes. She drove down, brought her family down. We got married inside the boxing ring. Had my cook prepare all the food for the wedding, everything. Got married in the boxing. Now, why would I get married? Wouldn't it make sense the first fight, and after the fight get married? it was a distraction, but God was dealing with me during that time.
Yes, He was.
And that was to fix my life. I've been with her for so long. That's my wife. She stuck with me through thick and thin. Bad times, good times. She's a strong woman. Even though I cheated on her many times, she still stood by my side no matter what. Then I'm married, so I see it now, and I say, you know, wow, I see the piece to the puzzle what God was doing in my life, and how I got married during the training camp. And I didn't care really about the Mayweather. I didn't care about Mayweather. The press conference, I was talking stuff to that guy, man. He was quiet as could be. I was talking all this stuff. In reality, I was psyching myself out because I couldn't make the weight, but I made it. I made 130. You know? I fight Mayweather.
Well, don't talk about the fight yet. Don't talk about it.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
That's all right, man. I want to hear about it. I know the people waiting. But you fought Jorge Paez around that fight.
Yeah, Jorge Paez.
How that fight?
Well, I knew Jorge Paez was a veteran. He was a clown as well. And I knew he was going to pull something, but I just didn't know what. I didn't care either way. Either way, government didn't care about what he was doing, so it wasn't in my mind no way. But when I came out, as usual, El Diablo was coming out very slow and playing his music. I got into the ring and I look across the ring, and he's a nun. He's just as a nun. And what I stayed in my mind when I looked at her, I said, oh, you trying to make fun of me, huh? Okay. And look what happened in the fight.
Yeah. Yep.
One left foot.
You fought like a nun. You made him look like a nun.
One left foot. They're complaining why I haven't knocked them out yet.
Oh.
You know, Larry Merchant, I believe his name is. He was the bad person in boxing. He don't talk good about nobody. Only Gotti. Gotti was jockey Gotti, boy. Didn't call me a movie star. I beat a movie star, but you're not a movie star. Well, he's not a movie star yet. He's not what Gotti was. Oh, come on with that, man. They had evenly matched fights for Gotti. That's what made him look good in those fights. He had a lot of good fights. That take nothing away from Gotti.
Well, how'd you find out you had that fight? How'd that fight even come out? How'd you find out you got the fight with Gotti?
After the Pirates fight, they talked to me. When they talked to me, I told them who was next. I said, bring on Gotti. Bring on Gotti. If Gotti can't beat me, bring on Gotti. I forget the words that I said. I said, bring on Gotti. And I know Gotti was watching. But he didn't want to fight me at 130. He wanted to fight me at 135. And when he wanted to fight me at 135, I was very, very thankful. I didn't even negotiate the purse. I just took what they gave me and I said, cool. It was in his hometown. He got the money. He didn't put his blood on the line. It did not matter. He couldn't beat me. Especially because they made it at 135. Because I couldn't make 130.
A lot of people say that they didn't like what Gotti did and not defending his title against you, but you were actually good with that. You're happy about that.
Yeah, because it wasn't about the belt. It was about, I told Gotti, I said, it ain't about your belt, I said. It's about your name on my record. Angel Manfredy, KO, Arturo Gotti. That's what it's about. It's about the person. It's not about the belt. And they made the fight a 12-round. How can you make it a fight a 12-round if it ain't a title fight? That was a 12-round fight they made. That was to help him.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And what about the fight itself? What did Gotti say to you when you said that to him? What kind of person was Gotti?
He didn't say nothing.
No.
He just looked at me weird. No. I remember a press conference in New York. He turned around and looked at me and said, you got what you wanted. You happy now? I said, happy? what I've been waiting for my whole life.
It was a good fight. Actually, I'll tell you something. That was the last fight. There was a time that I was having dreams about fights that I'd be excited about, and I would actually see what would happen in the fights, and I would tell people before it happened and everything. It's weird. I don't. A lot of people think I'm making it up or made it up, but I told my mother I saw Gotti cut and on the ropes when you were hitting him, and I swear to God, exactly the way I saw it in my dreams is exactly like a camera angle that HBO's cameras took, and it's exactly what I saw. It's weird, man. But after that fight, I never had another boxing dream again, no matter what. That was
Wow.
weird, man. But that was the last.
You know, that fight, was the best fight. You know, that I shined that fight. You know, because I was gonna show people that I could be the best. And Gotti was the best. Hands down, Gotti was the best during that era.
Oh, yeah.
He was knocking out everybody. He was the show. He was the high ratings. He was the everything. He was making all the his generating big money for HBO. But he had to fight the El Diablo. He had to fight Angel Manfredy. That he wasn't gonna get past me.
What about the fight?
Everything worked out. Everything worked out for me during that fight.
Yeah.
The weight class. When he won at 135, I said, cool. Forget the belt. Don't matter to me. I'm gonna have his name on my record.
Wow.
The name is more important than a belt. IBF. I care less about an IBF metal belt. It's your name, Arturo Thunder Gotti.
That's my name.
It's on my record.
That's it. Took it. And what about the fight? What do you remember about that?
The fight was the first round. First round was just fighting, and I caught him with all right hand. Cut him. I love those raised gloves.
Yeah.
I used to love raised gloves. You know, they're small. They're Mexican style gloves, but they fit your hand perfectly. You know, and they're puncher's gloves. You know, and I know how to. I was taught how to turn over my hands to cut. You know, how to cut people. So I know how to cut people, and I cut them right when I turn over my right hand, slip the jab, cut them. So I cut him the first round.
Yeah. Did he ever catch you with anything?
Third.
I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
Then the third round, I knocked him down. He should have been out. He barely got up. He was stunned. Anybody else there probably stopped the fight because he was big time, you know what I'm saying? I jumped on him, and he's a warrior. He fought back, you know? I kept on fighting him. I threw him around when I think it was the fifth round. I threw a straight right hand, and he caught him on the forehead and broke my hand.
Wow.
I broke my hand in the fifth round. So I was fighting the last 3 rounds with a broken hand. And I was hitting him with a broken hand. Then they said, why ain't you using the right hand? Why ain't you broken, bozo? Yeah, I broke my hand in the fifth round.
Wow. Did he ever catch you?
But I did it with one hand. I beat him with one hand.
Yeah.
And
What was
it
it
didn't
like?
matter.
A lot of people think he was coming on at the end. Was he? Did you feel like he was kind of? Was it the hand?
No, I was still hurting him.
No.
The last round, I was still hurting him. I was catching him. I was hitting him with right hands. And with a broken hand. I was hitting him with a broken hand. I didn't care what the pain. That did not matter. I wasn't going to let this fight get past me. I kept on picking him apart, you know. He couldn't handle me no more. He was already a defeated fighter. He didn't win those rounds. I won those rounds.
Yeah. And what happened? Did he ever catch you with anything that made you like, whoa?
I caught him with a body shot. You know what it was. He caught me with a body shot, knocked the one out of me, and I backed off him, and he was chasing me. But then I recuperated probably about a minute later. I was okay. But he knocked the one out of me.
And what happened after it was over and you won? How'd that feel? Beating Arturo Gotti.
That was superstardom right there. You know, I'm a superstar. And you You know, I knew I was a superstar because I beat the best. That's what I always wanted to do, beat the best. And I did that in my career.
You did it.
I can always say that I beat the best.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, go ahead.
I'm sorry if I interrupted you, man. You interrupt me. But what did Gotti say to you? What did Gotti say to you after that fight?
He said, let's do it again. And, you know, they asked me about a rematch after the fight. And I said, you know what, he wasn't the champion. He wasn't the champion who didn't put his belt on the line. And so I said, so I want the next up-and-comer. Bring on Prince. Bring on the showboat. Want to talk, can't walk the walk. Bring on the showboat. Bring on Prince. He can't be me. He's too small for me. God is stronger than him. He ain't stronger than me. Bring on Prince. And Prince didn't want to fight me. He made up excuses. His manager made up excuses. Oh, and a year from now, 2 fights from now, we'll fight him. They didn't even negotiate. Nah. I could make 130 in a way, but I mean, if the money would have, you know, that's the, it's money talks, you know, in this game, you know, and that's the first time I let money get in the way for the Mayweather fight.
I'll tell you though, it's prize fighting.
Although I know what
It's prize fighting. You're fighting for a prize, so you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right, yeah, but I wouldn't have fought Mayweather.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm gonna tell you what the story about Mayweather.
Well, let's get to the next fight. It's like, you're making me want to hear it. But when you broke your hand in the Gotti fight, how come you fought just 5 months later? Like, why didn't you give it more time to heal?
No, because I wanted to fight.
So you had to go.
And during that time, remember, I was El Diablo. So I didn't let nothing get in the way of boxing. But after the fight, it's party time.
Okay. Yeah.
It's party time. So I blew money like crazy, man.
Wow.
I was drawing money left and right, man. Party, man. Take a stack of hundreds, $5,000 in one night. Next day, I'm worth $50.
Wow.
I'm going through money like water, man.
What were you buying? What was the things you were buying? Buying cars and stuff?
No, cocaine, ecstasy, acid, weed, alcohol. I was crazy. I was El Diablo. After the fight, it's party time.
Wow.
After all these fights we're talking about, it's party time.
Yeah. When would you cut it out? Would you stop it all right away in training, or would you train while doing it?
When they call me and tell me the fight's in a month and a half, cool. Everything shuts down. Don't go home and be in bed by 10 o'clock. Train, run, no sex.
Yeah, man, that's the life of a fighter, man. So, I guess you got away from that rule in the Mayweather fight.
Yeah. Well, when I got married, still didn't have. I just for the Mayweather fight, I was with this girl, and we did what we did. You know, I forgot where I met her from. You know, I got her pregnant, and after the Mayweather fight, I said, no, I'll take care of this. She said, no, you're married now. I'm getting an abortion.
After that next fight with Gotti, you fought Lassine. Then after that, you fought. I know it wasn't the big Garden, but it was still the theater and still the Garden. How did it feel fighting at the Garden for the first time ever?
They had me about 30 stories high. A picture of me, you know, standing boxing stance. They had my picture so big, so high, you know. And it was awesome fighting Madison Square Garden. It was awesome. But after the John Brown fight, I couldn't make 130. I knew it. I wanted to do, they said they wanted me to defend myself for the 7th time. If you defend your title 7 times, you get a championship ring. So I said, cool. I said, I'm going to go down one more time at 130. I fight John Brown. I fought John Brown. He rocked me during the fight. I won the fight, but he rocked me up to the world line. He rocked me in. And I said, holy, you know, moly, you know. kept on fighting. I won the fight. But I said, never again. I can't make 130. I'll never fight 130 again. I'll fight 135. And then they came to me in my attorney's office in Chicago, Illinois. And it was Lou DiBella, I remember it. And he said, we have a fight for you. I said, cool. I'll fight anybody. You know that. I'll fight anybody. Three on anybody. I'll fight anybody. He said, Floyd Mayweather. I said, Floyd Mayweather. He said, Floyd Mayweather. I said, who's that? I said, I'll fight him. I don't care. I'll fight him. I want $1 million, though. I want $1 million. 130. I can't make 130. That's the thing. Spoken. Now, see, the Bible says, speak those things that are not as though they were. So I spoke, I couldn't make 130. I already spoke it to existence. So in reality, I can't make it. I'm speaking those things that are not as though they were. So I'm speaking, I can't make 130. I mean, I can't make 130. So in my mind, I can't make 130. I said, he said, $1 million. And I stopped and I thought in my mind, he's looking at me, he said $1 million. I was like, in my mind, I said, okay, $1 million.
Wow.
I get a camp, I get a chef, get a cook, need a cook, gotta get a cook, gotta get a chef, get a camp, gotta go somewhere hot. I don't know who the heck Mayweather is. I don't care who he is. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Yawn. Made the Mayweather fight.
Yeah. So Lou DiBella came to you and made that fight? Came from Lou DiBella?
Yep.
And then,
Yep, he was working for HBO back then.
Yeah. So tell me about the camp now, man. There it is.
The camp. We were in Florida. Got all our sparring partners there, my chef there, my trainers are there, they were there preparing. You know, during training camp, I had a girl come in. This is the girl that pregnant, white girl. Took care of her, you know what I'm saying? She went away. She didn't come back. A couple days after that, I had a dream. And in the dream, God showed me my wife, picture of my wife. I saw her face, and I'm like, I woke up. I called her up. I said, babe, yeah. I proposed to her. She said, yes. I said, okay, we got to get you down here to the camp. I want to get married in the ring. I want to get married in the ring. I want to get married in the atmosphere, in the place where my job is at, where I love, which is the boxing ring. I want to get married in there. So we got married inside the boxing ring. Got married. Then I continued training for him after we got married. We ate, everything was good, we celebrated, everything was good. They went home. And we finished preparing for Mayweather, and then I had a hard time making 130 for the Mayweather fight. I was very weak. And after I made 130 for the fight, the day of the weigh-in, even before the fight, after the weigh-in, I couldn't eat nothing. I tried to put food down and it just wouldn't stick. You know, Gotti, he loses 15 pounds, 20 pounds. He eats and puts 20 pounds back on. Me, I lose 8 pounds, 9 pounds. I don't walk around heavy. I used to walk around about 8, 9 pounds. Lose 8, 9 pounds. Can't put 3 pounds back on. So I was very weak for that fight, but I take nothing from Mayweather. Mayweather caught me with a nice right hand, stunned me. He attacked, and I heard a voice in my mind say defense. I kept my hands up, and he was swinging away. Got me on the ropes, caught me with a shot. I went to the ropes, got off the ropes. He kept on swinging, kept on blocking. Caught me with another shot. The last 3, 4 punches he caught, he didn't land, he stopped the fight. I said, what? I started going off, cussing at the referee. You F bitch, you mother of this, God, you not supposed to. You know, you're only supposed to stop a fight when a man can no longer defend himself.
Yeah.
I was defending myself. The voice I heard was, defend yourself at all times. I was defending myself. He caught me 3 or 4 times. Yes, I did not take that away from him. But I was just about to throw a punch and they stopped the fight. And that's the way that fight went. After that fight, I told myself, that was the first time I ever did something for money. First time I ever did something for money for my boxing career. I did that fight for money. I didn't listen to my body. You gotta listen to your body. If anybody needed my name was Mayweather. I was a superstar, not Mayweather. You know, they didn't want to fight at 135, they wanted to fight at Mayweather's title.
So
After that fight, I went back up to 135.
Yeah. What did Floyd say after the fight? Was he talking then? Or was he?
Yeah, he said he'd give me a fight, give me a rematch, but he was just full of it.
Yeah. Then after that, you came back and got a pretty good win against Ernesto Benitez. Then you fought Ivan Robinson, another guy who fought.
Got the highest rating on HBO.
Yep, it did. He just came off his Gotti fights. And I guess it was 2 Gotti conquerors. What would you remember about that fight?
I didn't even watch when he fought Gotti.
No, you had 2.
I already knew. I told him, I told everybody, that he ain't the one that beat Gotti. I'm the one that beat Gotti. I beat him in his prime. Not he beat Gotti, he had leftovers. And I showed it during the fight too. I showed the whole world during that fight. Even though my right hand still wasn't 100%. My right hand, during my whole career, my right hand was not 100%. It was 75, 50% during my whole career. I fought like that.
I'll tell you, Ivan Robinson was the first guy I interviewed ever. He's a real good guy, man. But,
Yeah, he's cool.
yeah. What'd you guys say to each other? What'd you think of him as a fighter first? What was the fight like? Easy?
I didn't think about nothing. You know, I know he beat Gotti twice. You know, and I'm like, and he was claiming that he's the one that really beat Gotti. I'm like, because he beat him twice. I'm like, what? I'm the one that beat Gotti. He had leftovers. So I beat Gotti in his prime. I said, man, bring it on. You know, I only made $250,000 for that fight when I fought Ivan Robinson. I should have made way more money than that. But it wasn't about the money. That's when I went back to my old self and said, you know what, bring it. Bring it. I didn't care about the money. I said, bring it. $250,000, I'll take $250,000. Bring it. I destroyed them on HBO after. Magic Johnson was there. Woody Harrelson was right next to my wife. Tom Banderas was there. All the HBO stars were there. They all saw me spank that boy.
Yeah. Good fight, though, man. Pretty good fight.
He had nothing. He couldn't do nothing in that fight.
Yeah. And then after that, you fought Lizarraga. Had a lot of fights. What was that fight like?
I don't remember that one.
No. Then you got your shot at the WBC lightweight title, so you moved up happy. You fought Stevie Johnston. What do you remember about Stevie Johnston?
I wasn't the same. I wasn't the same fighter when I fought Stevie Johnson.
What happened?
I never let them get in the way of my boxing, remember? So, I'm clean to after fight. For the Stevie Johnson fight, I got dirty during training. Then I got clean. Then we fought him. And then during the fight, I'm in the locker room, and they're doing my hands, and my trainer's rocking my hands during the fight. And the devil's mask is right on the table. I'm looking at the devil's mask, and all this going through my mind. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Should I wear it for the people? Shouldn't I wear it? No, I'm not going to wear it. Shouldn't I? Treat the devil. He's nothing. Wear it. Don't wear it. Wear it. Don't. I had a tug of war in my soul, in my mind about the devil's mask, about wearing it. Then I wear it because I wanted to please the people, because the people love the devil's mask. I love the fight. Mentally, I was not there in the fight. Mentally, I was not there for that fight. Was nowhere near there for the fight.
That's a tough guy to fight when you not want to be there, really. You know?
Yeah, if you're not there mentally for Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson's a good fighter. I take nothing away from Steve Johnson that fight. But I was not 100%. I was not El Diablo. After that fight, Trinidad De La Hoya fight. Remember Trinidad De La Hoya fight?
Yeah.
I bet $5 grand on that fight for Trinidad. And I won $5 grand. but in reality, I knew in my mind that he didn't want to fight. I knew that. I knew De La Hoya won. But I bet. But when I watched the fight, after the fight, I was like, man, I lost $5 grand. And when they said Trinidad, I was like, yeah! Well, that night I had a party in my house. And everybody left. Me and my wife were just up, doing cocaine. For 3 days, no sleep, no water, no food.
Wow.
Just partying. Well, my wife went downstairs in the bedroom. All of a sudden, I heard a voice. It's time. And I'm like, you can do 3 days doing cocaine, you're skinny as can be, you know? And I was a big guy, the cocaine, 3 days without food, without water. Come on. I heard a voice say, it's time. And I'm like in my room, put my hands together. Time for what? Then I heard a voice say, it's time to take your life. I'm like, what? Time to take my life? And I heard another one, yeah, it's time to take your life. You ain't never gonna be a champion. You ain't nobody. You ain't this. You ain't that. You ain't this. You ain't that. I said, yeah, I'm not this. I'm not that. I ain't never gonna be a champion. Who am I? I'm nobody. I ain't nothing. I ain't nothing. I ain't this. I ain't that. I had a 45 in my closet. And all I remember, another voice. This voice I know. I know it was God. He said, yes or no. I knew what yes meant. Serve him? Serve Jesus? Or no? Serve the devil. Go to hell. So I'm contemplating in my mind, fighting in my mind, hearing voices in my mind, yes or no. Stupid, dumb, you're never gonna be champion, you're never gonna be, you ain't gonna. Seconds away from taking my life, my wife heard a gunshot. Pa! This is what she tells me. She runs upstairs, she comes to the door, I looked at her. She looked at me, I said, that's it. She said, what do you mean that's it? I said, I gave my life to Christ. I didn't even have a gun in my hand. The gun was in the closet. She heard a gunshot. That's why I said yes to God. Remember, I asked, is it a yes or no? I said yes. And right there, I was sober. Bam. Sober. Sober.
That's amazing. Amazing
That's
stuff.
God. That's God. That's why I want to do a book on my life. I just don't have the right people to do a book, a story of my life. You know, half devil, half angel. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I can see the picture.
The angel behind the devil's mask, or the devil's mask behind the angel, or something like that. You know. You know, it to blow people's minds I've gone through in my life, what I've accomplished in my life, still on the streets, doing drugs, still partying, still doing. Nobody knew I was doing all this. Me and my wife were together. Nobody knew. My trainers didn't know. Nobody knew my life, what was going on when I was out partying, this and that. And they get the phone call and boom, I'm sober. Nobody knew. That stuff that happened with Stevie Johnson, I was double-minded. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I was double-minded. I was yes or no. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the word double nuts or not. I didn't know. I was contemplating in my mind. I was like, can I beat him? Can I beat him? No, I can't beat him. Can I beat him? No, I can't beat him. Can I beat him? Yeah, I can beat him. No, I can beat him. I was so messed up in my mind mentally for that fight. It was pathetic. But nobody knew. I never used it as an excuse. I never told people what was going on. Because in the right mind, I wasn't in my right mind at the time, like I am now. I can look back at my life now and tell you what happened during everything, what took place during the fights. I can tell you voices I heard, whether it was God or whether it was the devil. I can tell you that. Now, during the time, I was lost. I can tell you that. I was lost. I was double-minded.
Here you are, man. You're found now. You found yourself.
I'm blessed now.
Yeah.
I'm thankful now. I'm born again now. I'm happy. And I'm content with the things that I have. I'm content. I don't have much, Chris, right?
Yeah.
I don't have much. I don't have millions of dollars like I used to have. I blew it all. And we'll take you to the story about when the IRS came after me. If you want to hear some stuff, I'm going to blow your mind.
Yeah. When did this happen? Did that happen?
This was after my career.
Yeah. Well, let's save it. Let's save it for after the career. You got a book. I could write the book.
Yeah, we'll do it.
No,
if you want to do it, we'll do it.
I want to make sure the right people hear this. They're going to come
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Let's do it.
Well, you tell me what you want off the top. What percentage you want, and we'll do it.
I'm not going to take any percentage. I'm going to do things myself. I'm not going to capitalize off your life, Angel.
No, but I want you to make something because the labor's worth his wages. But you're still helping, bro. So, I mean...
That's what Facebook's about, Angel. Facebook. You use your Facebook, you can get right in touch with all the right people, man. And get the story and make everybody hear your story. Yeah. Now, after that Stevie Johnson fight, that's when that happened? After the Stevie Johnson fight?
Well, what happened?
When you changed your life and your wife heard the gunshot? And you just
Yep.
It was before the Sean Fletcher fight?
Huh?
It was before the Sean Fletcher fight, your next fight after Stevie Johnson?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what happened in that Sean Fletcher fight? Do you remember that one?
I knocked him out.
Yeah. Nothing special, really? Just an easy fight?
No, when I knocked him out, I ran to the ropes and I shook the ropes. And I screamed extremely loud. And I forgot what I said. But I said something, but I forgot what I said. Yeah, but I was, when they interviewed me, when they was doing interview, I said, I'm born again, I'm saved. I still wasn't born again yet. I was saved, but I wasn't saved from hell. I was saved, but I wasn't there yet. There was a process of, salvation is a process. You gotta get born again to be saved. I wasn't born again at the time. I was claiming Jesus, proclaiming Jesus. I thought I was saved. I was saved from hell. Yes, I was saved from hell. I didn't take my life. I was saved from hell, but I wasn't born again at the time.
Well, you gotta claim it before it happens sometimes.
Well, you gotta walk in it. The actions show for your works, you know?
Yeah. It's true, man. You're inspirational, man. put a few wins together after that, and then you ended up getting a shot at Diego Corrales' IBF super featherweight title. What do you remember about
At
that?
what weight? At what weight?
130 again, huh?
Yeah, I could make 130.
What were you
I
doing?
could make 130. You know, when I fought Sean Fletcher, it was at 132. Sean Fletcher was talking stuff. He fought in Indiana. I was there at the fight when he fought in Indiana. He called me out. When he called me out, it motivated me. He like to give him an opportunity to fight me, to give him a chance to fight me. So I gave him the opportunity to shut his mouth up, you know, just talking a lot of stuff at me. So I gave him the opportunity. I told him before I want to fight Sean Fletcher. They made the fight happen. That's how we shut up Sean Fletcher's mouth when we knocked him out cold. And after I knocked him out cold, I went over there. If you watched the fight, I went over there, laid my hands on him, and I prayed over him.
Wow.
Took my hands off of him, went back in the corner. He got up off that floor, came straight to me, said, "Thank you. Thank you for praying for me." No problem, brother. And I gave him a hug and we went our way.
Wow. So what made you go back down to 130 again for Diego
Because
Corrales?
I made 132.
Okay.
So I said 2 pounds, I can do it. I'm a different man now. I can do it. I'm not playing mind games with my mind anymore. I can do it. But in reality, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I said I could do it. And after I made the weight at 130, I couldn't gain no damn weight after that. So when I fought Diego Corrales, I was very small.
And what did you think of Diego? He was humongous.
Yeah, he's Goliath. I said he's Goliath. I'm David. You know, but in reality, how can I be David if I ain't comfortable with the weight class, which I thought I was, but in reality, mind's playing tricks on you, boss. Your body is one thing, your mind's another. You gotta listen to your body, and then your mind can line up with your body. Or the body can line up with the mind. It works both ways. So, I lost that fight. After that fight, I went back up to 135, though.
He was a Goliath.
I couldn't,
I said he was a Goliath. I mean, you would wish you had a slingshot for that guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
for real. He was a big dude, man. He was a big 130.
Now, what was his punches feeling like? That guy should have been a
It
welterweight.
wasn't that his punches feel like, it's like when he hit me, it's like I'll fall. Every time he hit me, it seemed like I fell. You know, I was wondering what the heck's going on. In my mind, I'm like, what's going on, you know? I was light on my feet. I couldn't make the weight. I couldn't gain no weight back. I just wasn't myself. You know what I'm saying? In reality, I found that out in the ring. I didn't find out before. Before I said I could do it. In the ring, I found out you can't do it. You psyched yourself out, boss. You couldn't do this. And I couldn't have done it. You know, I took my hat off to David. He was a good fighter. He's passed away now. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you guys say at the press conference to each other?
I don't remember saying it. I just remember saying that I'm David, he's Goliath.
Then you fought Carlos Ramirez. What do you remember about that fight next?
I don't remember that one.
How about Juan Polo Perez? Guy had like 70 fights. Remember anything about that one?
Nope.
How about Juan Macias?
Nope.
Verdell Smith?
Nope.
Lamar Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lamar Murphy.
He was pretty good.
The sky was blue as could be. Bluest sky I ever saw in my life. But I didn't see this guy during the fight. It was an Indian reservation casino. I saw the sky in a picture after the fight. I said, oh, holy moly, this sky. They said that when we were fighting, it was raining. It It was raining, bro. It was raining all around the ring, but not in the ring. You believe that? That's crazy. My wife said it was raining. I said, what? No, it wasn't. I didn't feel no rain. It wasn't raining in the ring. It was raining outside the ring.
Wow.
No raindrops landing in the ring. That's crazy.
Yeah, I believe it, man. What happened? With me, I have a little daughter. She's like, she just turned 5. She was 4 on Thanksgiving, and she made this Indian wear, this Indian headgear, and she was starting to dance. I said, do a rain dance. As soon as she started doing a rain dance, it started raining. It was just so crazy.
Oh, wow.
There's something magical, man. There's something about Indian people.
Wow. She was born Thanksgiving?
No, she made something in school on Thanksgiving.
Oh.
A hat with Indian feathers, and she put it on, and she started dancing because I told her to. And it actually started raining.
I got married Thanksgiving.
Did you? Wow. On Thanksgiving?
November 26th.
In the ring, right?
1998.
That's it.
Got married.
That's beautiful.
I was training for Mayweather fight.
It's been a long time.
Yes, sir.
So, what did you think of Lamar Murphy as a fighter? Did he show you anything?
He didn't, I was thinking this Christian. This when Christian was been out. And I was thinking this Christian, I was pissing it out a lot. You know, and I had diarrhea for the fight and all that. During the fight, the day of the fight. And I was on the toilet the day of the fight. Pissing and going on the toilet, you know what I'm saying? So my stomach was messed up during the fight. But I did what I had to do.
That sucks, man. That's a lousy place to have a diarrhea stomachache.
Yeah. Well, it happens because I was taking creatine, you know, this stuff, it didn't react to my body. You know, I had a different trainer and different supplements and all that, and it just didn't react good to my body.
I wish you had some Depends to wear. Not a belt. Not a cup. Protective cup. Then after that you fought Julio Diaz, undefeated kid.
Yeah,
Till
Julio
he fought
Diaz.
you.
Huh?
I said he was undefeated till he fought you.
Right.
What'd you think of that fight?
Well, you know, some told me he was going to throw a lot of punches, and he did what I thought he was going to do, and some told me to block and punch, block and punch, block and punch. So I did exactly like what my mind was telling me to do. Blocking a lot of his punches, throwing punches, blocking. I was blocking more than I was throwing, but he couldn't hit me. He only caught me one time and cut me. Caught me with an uppercut. Cut me and I caught him with a left hook and cut him at the same time. Next punch, I caught him with. And we won the fight. We won defense. Defense won the fight, this fight.
That was a good fight, man.
It was alright. It wasn't a Manfredy fight, though. It wasn't, they didn't see El Diablo no more. When I converted and changed, and the guy was done with my life, that was a different chapter of the book. I was a different person, and I didn't have to kill instinct like I used to. When I was El Diablo, I had to kill instinct. Something was turned on, you know. After the car accident, something was turned on. When I was Manfredy got Jesus, during that time I was got Jesus. I wasn't the same fighter. I didn't have to kill anything. I was just doing it just to do it. It just wasn't. I still loved it, but it just wasn't. Didn't have the same. Didn't think the same. When I was out there, I thought kill, still, destroy. When I thought I had Jesus at the time, I wasn't trying to kill, still, destroy.
What's good is a person. Made you a better person, but it doesn't work as far as fighting goes.
Yeah.
Is it getting too late, Angel? You want to do the rest tomorrow?
No, we'll do it.
All right. And then your next fight you fought Paul Spadafora. What do you remember about him? Pretty slick guy, undefeated at the time.
Man, he's a joke, man. They got me, man. They rigged it up again. The boxing gloves that we put on were Everlast.
Okay.
The gloves couldn't even fit my hand. I got big hands. I got very big hands for my size. Small frame, but I got big hands and long arms. Those gloves, I couldn't even fit my whole hand. Couldn't even make a fist in those gloves. I wanted to have Reds, and they put Everlast in there. I couldn't even put my hand in the gloves. So during the fight, I was pity patting. And they said, "Why ain't Manfredy hitting him with power? What's going on? What's up with Manfredy?" I was pity patting because I couldn't hit him with my fist. My full power, because I couldn't even make a fist. You know? During the fight. So I won the whole fight pity patting, and then I argued and complained that I won the fight. No, I didn't win the fight. You see? I didn't win the fight. But I couldn't make a fist in the gloves, Everlast gloves. The generic gloves, you know. They're terrible gloves to fight at.
I guess they're just a boxer's glove. That's why Spadafora wanted it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, they're terrible gloves, man. I was extremely ticked off when I got in the ring because I couldn't make a fist. I couldn't squeeze the glove and make a fist. That way I could hit, you know. So I was pity patting during the whole fight. So they didn't see nothing, you know. They didn't see nothing. They didn't see no action from me because I couldn't do nothing because I couldn't make a fist. You know, so it was, they had it all rigged up what they wanted to do and what they wanted to do in the fight.
Then after that fight, you fought Antonio Ramirez. You won a majority decision. What do you remember about that fight?
I don't remember that one.
Did you have any fight after the conversion, I guess? Did you have any fight that you were proud of after that? Or was all the passion gone?
Passion was there.
Totally?
What fight are you on now?
We're going to the Moises Pedroza fight. Remember that fight?
No.
No. He's a pretty good fighter, too. You won TKO 7. How about John Bailey? Courtney Burton. Courtney Burton was a pretty good fighter.
No, he's not a good fighter. You know, during that fight, when I fought Courtney Burton, I was going through depression. As a Christian, I was going through depression, and I didn't want to fight. I was in the locker room, the day of the fight, crying. My pastor was in the locker room. He didn't go, my pastor don't go, he don't watch boxing. But he was in the locker room with me, pray for me. Because I was crying and shaking because I didn't want to fight. I said, I don't want to fight. I didn't train for the fight. I didn't even train for the Courtney Burton fight. I didn't even train for that fight. I used to go to the gym. I used to start crying. My wife got me, I forgot the trainer's name for that fight. Forgot his name. But I didn't like that dude.
Who was
his name?
A personal trainer?
His name. No, the trainer that my wife hired for the fight. Courtney Burton fight. I didn't like this guy. And I was crying in tears. Day of the fight, at the fight. I was mentally depressed. I was going through depression during that time. I did not know what I was going through. And I was in my locker room saying, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm telling my passion, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. It was a sad time in my life. But after I lost that fight, he knocked me down. When he knocked me down, I told the referee, I put my hand over my throat. Told him to stop the fight. I told him to stop the fight. He stopped the fight. I lost the fight. I didn't talk to nobody. I just wanted to get out of there. I just wanted to go. Something came over me after that fight. And I got the hunger back to fight again. So I fought, who's the guy that
Johnny West. Johnny West.
Johnny West. I fought him and knocked him out, right?
Yeah, last pro win, TKO 9.
Okay, I knocked him out.
Yeah.
I had a new trainer again. I got rid of all my old trainers. We forgot about I forgot to take all my trainers too.
What fight was the last one with Kelowna?
What we do? I think it's better for.
Okay. Yeah. So what happened there? Why'd you change trainers?
It was time for change, I felt. But in reality, it wasn't. It was. I shouldn't have made that change. I messed up when I made that change.
Did you ever apologize to Sam and say it was?
I apologize to Taylor, but I haven't talked to Sam.
Yeah. What do you think he'd say if you did call him?
I got his number. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to give him a call. Why? Sometimes I didn't have the opportunity to give him a call. Just it came in my heart to give him a call and just talk to him about the past.
You think you will?
Oh yeah. I talked to Taylor about a week ago. Told him everything.
That's great.
He told me, you know, he told me, I said, you're a man though. That's what he told me. He said, yeah, I'm a man. He said, okay, you made the decision. That's your decision you made. You're a man. You could do that. So I know, but that was wrong. It was a wrong decision. It hurt my career. But I kept the team together, everything would have been good. Yeah, but you're at that age, you're at the time, you know, it's something I had to go through, you know. And I realized that, I talked to Taylor, and I was like, yeah, something I had to go through, I guess, you know. And then after that Giant West fight, I told Corbin Bird now, I know you're watching, fight me now, Corbin Bird, I ain't depressed no more. And he wouldn't fight me. Then we fought
Craig Weber.
Craig Weber, that was on TV again too. And I watched, you know, I lost the fight. I didn't train properly for the fight as well as the fight I was going through depression again. And I didn't train, you know, my fire came out of me. After the West fight, the fire came out of me again and I got depressed again. Then I didn't train properly for that fight. And I fought the fight, went 10 rounds. Then I heard a voice. That's it. I looked at my wife and said, that's it. He said, what do you mean that's it? I said, that's it. He said, what are you saying that's it? I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm retired. Give it up. I don't want to fight no more. I don't love it no more. I gave it up right after that. I didn't know what I was going to do, Chris. I didn't know what I was going to do after boxing. Did not know what I was going to do. I never did nothing else in my life. I never had a job. If I did have a job, it didn't last long. Because something always brought me back to boxing. Something always brought me back to boxing was my job. And after I retired boxing, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was in awe after I heard that voice. That's it. I already knew what to do. Tell my wife, that's it. She said, what do you mean that's it? I said, that's it. What are you saying that's it? That's it, I'm done. I don't want to fight no more. I don't love it no more. It's not me no more. This is not me.
Was she supportive?
Yeah, she's okay.
That's great.
That's all she could say is okay, you know, at the time, you know, because she already knew I made it up. You know, when I heard that voice in my mind, it was already made up in my mind. Once I heard that voice, I knew God was telling me that's it. During this time, I was already born again. I was born again 3 years prior to this fight.
And what about, like, getting into training or anything? You thinking about doing that?
Say it again?
You thinking about getting into maybe training fighters and being a trainer or anything else?
I would like that. I don't have a license. I don't have a driver's license.
Okay.
I have a suspended license because I was a bad boy in my past, you know. But that's not the problem. The license is not the problem. Just in the area, Indiana, they don't take care of their own. I put them on the map. Gary, Indiana, Chicago, Indiana, Hobart, Indiana, not Crown Point, Indiana. I put them on the map on TV, and became world champion, beat the best, and was the best, lost to the best. I did all that to them, and they didn't do nothing for me. You would think they'd try to give me a city job with the boxing gym they have in Gary, Indiana. Think they'd try to give me I don't want a job. All I want to do is help kids. All I want to do is train kids, amateur kids. I don't want to train pros. I want nothing to do with pro. Amateur. I can train technique, skill. I know how to train because I know how to fight. That's all I know how to do is fight, train. That's all I know how to do is how to get a person to become a world champion. But they have to have that will to become a world champion. That's what I want to do. I want to help kids get off the streets, mentor the kids in the Bible, mentor the kids in school, mentor these kids with boxing.
Yeah. Now, did you ever think of relocating maybe to a place that?
No, I'm content in Crown Point, Indiana. I like Crown Point, Indiana. I love it out here. I don't love it, but I like it. And they have very good schools for my kids. And I'm going to stay in Crown Point till God tells me to leave. I'm not ready right now, though. I haven't had nobody offer me nothing to go anywhere to do anything else. You know, a lot of promises from a lot of people. They're going to run a show and say he's going to do a movie on me. Magic Johnson, they all want to do something with me, but you know, a lot of promises, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to lose there.
Yeah. So what happened with the IRS after?
Oh.
I remember.
Well, I'm born again. I'm born again now. I'm born again now, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I had some episodes, you know, mental breakdowns, and I got to get Social Security. Now I collect Social Security. I get $1,600 a month from Social Security. That's decent money, but not having nothing. 16 but there's nothing, you know. And I get that because my wife works, so we make it.
And what do you think boxing should do about that kind of situation? Because you're a guy who should never be, you know, looking for anything and never be struggling. What do you think boxing should do for people like you and other fighters in situations that are lousy?
Yeah, I think boxing should open up something for us. I think they should do something for us. Like football players, they take care of their own. Baseball players, they take care of their own. You know, boxing should be no different. They should take care of their own. You know, but for franchise, do something to take care of the fighters, you know.
Do you think anything like that will ever happen in the sport?
I don't know.
I think it needs like a government type of...
Yeah. People are so money hungry, it's pathetic, you know.
Actually, I didn't like him running for president, but John McCain was trying to do something. I remember he was talking to Roy Jones like years ago when Roy was still in his prime. And he was trying to make like a Muhammad Ali law or something like that, or a Muhammad Ali bill maybe, and look out for fighters, but then it just died and went under. Never heard anything about it again. But that's a good... John McCain actually boxed before, I think. Something's got to happen, you know?
Yeah, you know, too many people, too many hands in pockets, you know what I'm saying? They too money hungry, you know, to do something, you know? These guys making $20 million a fight, plus pay-per-view, they're probably making $30 million a fight, Mayweather. You know, percentages that should go into the fund to do some fighters that don't got nothing, you know, like Wilfredo Benitez. He's broke, man. After a fight, after the Sean Fletcher fight, he came up to me, I looked at him, I saw his situation, I cut a check for $5,000, did not even know the guy. Will be this year. gave it to him. He put it in his fund. He has his fund on the film, he says, I gave him the $5,000. He lost everything, the drugs and all of that. And I blessed him after the fight, Sean Fletcher fight.
That's great.
Governorship for $5,000. That's it. Fighters should look up for fighters. We should open a boxing fund. Take care of boxers, you know.
Yeah, and I was thinking about like people like Golden Boy Promotions and people like Bob Arum and Don King who made millions off of like fighters and undercard fighters who are part of it. You know, something got to happen. It's got to happen. You know? I talk to a lot of people who are down and out and injured and stuff. You know, it's not good.
Right.
Every sport looks out for their athletes and stuff, but it's lousy. It's lousy.
Yeah, it's like me. I didn't know what I was going to do after boxing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to do. It's so scary. Bam. Got so scary. I got so scary. I'm all good.
Mm-hmm.
They say I'm bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
Say what you want to say. I take my medicine. Yes, I do. But I don't believe I am. But they say I am. Okay. You know, a couple of instances I had. Yeah, I made some mistakes, you know what I'm saying? I did some things that I shouldn't have done. I said some things that I shouldn't have said. Oh, well, I'm bipolar now. Okay, cool. I take my medicine, but I get $1,600 a month. Tax-free.
So,
and my wife works, so we make it. So I didn't have nothing after boxing. I didn't know what I was going to do about money. I blew it all. I blew millions and millions of dollars. I blew it all. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then God provides Social Security. I paid it to Social Security, my taxes and all that. Okay? Now what you want to talk about? The IRS?
yeah. What happened there, man?
Okay, it was after the Stevie Johnson fight.
Okay.
My wife, we had to pay taxes. And tax was, what I owed was $500,000. So, okay, cut a check, $500,000, gave it to my wife. She went, she paid it, she came back home, she looked at me, I said, never again. She said, what do you mean, never again? I said, never again. She said, what are you saying? I said, never will I pay taxes again. They don't put food on the table. They don't take the blows I take. They don't buy all over the world. They didn't buy this house. They don't put the clothes on the kids, feed the kids. They don't do nothing for me. Why would I pay taxes? I ain't never paying taxes again. So I went 7.5 years without paying taxes.
Wow.
And during the time, I'm done boxing now. During the time, they sent me a letter. I'm a Christian now. I'm apostolic. I'm a Christian apostolic. Remember that? Apostolic. That's the church you need to go to. Apostolic. I'm Christian now. Apostolic. Cool. They sent me a letter in the mail saying, $1.5 million.
Wow.
I just look at my wife. She looked at me. I said, no more. We'll pray about it. I put it down. Pray. We left it alone. We ignored it. The letters kept on coming in. Saying, $1.5 million. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Next thing you know, I end up in the attorney's office. I did not know how I got to the attorney's office. And I knew the owner of the firm. His name is Nick Darrows. He's Italian. They're monsters, man. They're awesome, man. But he helped me. I said, Nick. He said, yeah, Manfredy. I said, I got a problem. He said, what it is? Tell me. I said, the IRS keep on sending me letters saying, $1.5 million. You the only way they can help me? Can you help me? He said, yes, I got the perfect guy. Wrote his name down, Bob Moyes. Bob Moyes gave me this number and this name. My wife called him, set the appointment up, went to go see him. Went to see him, went to his office. There's a 6-point star in his office. I said, he's a man of God. He's a Jew. He's a man of God. This is a God. This is God. God's going to take care of everything, babe. Don't worry about nothing. Went to his office, sat down. He looked at me. We gave him all the paperwork. What they've been sitting here saying we want $1.5 million. He looked at it, talked to us here and there, said this, said that. Then he said, how much can you afford to pay monthly for the rest of your life? I said, I can't afford to pay nothing. I blew it off, but I had my house paid off, but I didn't tell them. I put that bad boy for sale. I did everything, I get rid of everything because they were going to give me. They were going to come for my house. My house was already paid off. They were going to come and get that. And that was $300,000 house. They were going to come get it. They were going to do all that. But I was smart. I just said, we blew it all. So he was kind of disappointed on that we blew it all. We couldn't afford to pay. He said, we'll see what I can do. So he was negotiating with the IRS. And during that time, I was a bricklayer. A brother from the church. He's a bricklayer. His name is Marco Ferraro. He's a bricklayer. He's been a bricklayer for 15 years now. He's a good bricklayer, too. He's awesome, man. The way he builds the brick, man. When they finish bricking everything, man, it's awesome how he finishes, man. You ever seen somebody brick a house? The house is, like, empty, and you start bricklaying it, the start of it, but when you see the whole finish of it, you're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So he got me into bricklaying, so I went to bricklaying school, got to that, went there for 3 months of school in Indianapolis, and came back, started bricklaying. I was just a apprentice. I wasn't a journeyman yet. I had to still go to school, still go to stages of school, but I went through situations in school where I got out of the school, and I got out of bricklaying because they were laying you off all the time. It wasn't steady work, I was ready for something that's consistent, I want something, work, just work, you know what I'm saying? Every day, just work, but the only time I worked when I was in the mill. When I was in the mill, I had easy 40 hours a week. But when you bricklay outside, it's different. You might get 5 hours or 8 hours. You get one day, and you're off 3 weeks. You get called back to work 1 day or 2 days, and you're off 3 weeks again. So I got tired of that. I said, man, I can't do this, man. This ain't me. They weren't gonna put me back in the mill because I wasn't a journeyman. So I just forget this. I'm done with this. I don't want to do this. This ain't gonna provide for my family. So remember, I still didn't have Social Security then. I still don't have Social Security. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I quit bricklaying. I can't rewind. I'm at NS still, and my wife just got to talk to the IRS. She had talked to the IRS, and the IRS was upset because they wanted their money. She called me at lunchtime when I was in birthday school. I said, hello? She sounded nervous. I said, hello? She said, right, babe? So I talked to the IRS. You want to hear what they had to say? I said, go ahead and tell me. I ain't worried about nothing. God got my back. Go ahead and tell me. She said, you sure you want to hear what they had to say? I said, babe, if I got to go to jail, so be it. I'll go to jail. I'll do my time. But everybody in jail is going to say, I ain't worried about nothing. Go ahead and tell me. She said, you sure you want to hear what this is? I said, go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me. It's gone. Gone? What do you mean gone? It's gone. What are you saying gone? It's gone. And it wasn't 1.5 million. It was $3.5 million. It's gone. It's gone, brother. It's not totally gone now. This is where the $3.5 million is gone. That's gone. But I got a 10-year lien on my credit. Know what that means?
I heard of it. I don't know exactly what it means, though.
Okay. I can't make over 50,000.
Okay.
If I make over 50,000, they'll take it. So if I hit the lotto, they're taking their money. That's the only way that's the only way they can get their money.
Yeah. Wow.
So basically, they're not getting their money. I got 3 years to go. I got 3 years to go.
That's good. That's good for you.
Yeah, $3.5 million.
Yeah.
I years to go, and it's gone. After 10 years, it's gone. So after, and I got, man.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a nice loophole.
That's God, brother.
Yeah. You're afraid about it.
He takes care of me.
Yeah.
He always took care of me, even when I was an LD outlaw. He was always there.
Yep.
He always knew what the people wanted, but what the people weren't gonna get. When I went from devil to angel, they didn't like angel. They didn't like Jesus. They didn't like me talking about Jesus. They didn't like that. People they weren't having my face no more movie stars. You weren't having, know why? Because I was claiming Jesus. Nobody wants to be around when you claim the name of Jesus. When you proclaim the name of Jesus. He said, but if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. I'm lifting up the name of Jesus now. He's my God. He's my Father. He's everything to me, man. I ain't gonna deny him for nobody.
No matter what depression you're in, just keep
I don't care what I go through in life.
That's right.
I've been through it all.
Yep.
I've been through depression. I've been through oppression. I've been through situations I had made it. I had it all. I could buy anything, do anything, travel anywhere. Then I had it all taken from me. Then I blew it all. Then now I'm content. I got a little house. I live in a little house right now. We got a 3-bedroom house. Well, we made it a 4-bedroom. It's a small little house. You see it, you'd be like, wow, that's small. But you know what? We're content. We're happy with what we got. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ask nobody to help. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't have food. Sometimes we go that way. And we pray, and God provided the food. It happens. It happens sometimes. Sometimes.
That's right.
But we keep our faith. We believe. We don't doubt. We know that God's going to provide the needs that need to be met in our lives.
Wow, that's crazy.
Regardless of what happens in our life, we don't. I've been through it all. I've been through the storms. As Christians, you go through storms of many kinds. Spiritual warfare. You go through all kinds of stuff of many kinds as Christians. You endure. The Bible says, "They that endure to the end, the same shall be saved." It's the enduring to the end is what I'm talking about. By 2013, May 13, 2013, the health care bill is going to be pushed. Listen what I'm telling you. The health care bill is going to be pushed. They're going to be pushing the chip, mark of the beast. 666, the chip is a microchip. It's as big as a grain of rice. They want to implant these chips inside people. By 2017, they said everybody's going to have it.
Yep.
It's happening, bro. It's happening.
I've been saying it, and it's true.
Oh, yeah. In Mexico, they got it over here in Mexico.
Yep.
People are getting it over there in Mexico. But in 2013, what words? May 13, 2013, something's going to happen with the healthcare. They're going to push that chip.
Yeah, you're right, man.
It's already been told.
Mark of the beast.
It's happening.
That's right, man.
Mark of the beast. It's happening. It's happening. The Bible is true.
That's right, man.
I am the Bible. I live the Bible. I lived out the Bible. Everything the Bible says I did negative, I did.
Yeah.
I broke them. I did what the Bible said. I fornicated. I committed adultery. I coveted this. I did it all. I was greedy. I was nasty. I didn't care about my kids. I didn't take care of my kids. I wasn't the father. I wasn't the husband. I didn't do nothing. I didn't stay with everybody else. I didn't do drugs. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care. I was the outlaw. It did not matter to me. But boom, angel came. Old things passed away, but all things are made new. I'm a new man now.
That's it. Ask for the blessings and you will receive it.
Yeah, I'm a new man now.
That's it. God
You know
bless
what I'm saying? I relate
Yep.
people. I feel people. You know what I'm saying? I feel people. I let people know my story, my life, what I've gone through in my life.
That's
And
great.
they hear what I've gone through. They see what I've gone through. They say, man, you should make a movie what you gone through, bro.
That's true.
I said, my life is a movie.
And that's what El Diablo had to say. Bet you it was a lot more than you expected. And on behalf of everybody here at Pro Boxing Insider, I want to thank Angel Manfredy. And I look forward to talking to him again. And thank you all for listening. Follow me at Twitter at Chris2Guns. Thank you.